In the shadow of the oak where the wild rivers bank, I first saw her smile by the old cabin plank. As soft as the breeze in her faded blue dress, under that sky I swore I'd never confess. How the scarves in her hair danced a sweet silent song on a porch where my heart's been lost for so long. Graves sang my joys beneath that cold dusty ground, where our laughter once lived, but it don't make a sound. The stars overhead, they watched as I cried, lost in the winds where my solace has died. Years rolled like thunder through towns built on sand. She drifted away like the dust through my hand. The oak tree's still standing, but the cabin fell through, just like the dreams that I built around you. Gravel roads wind away, but they don't lead me back to the time when my soul wasn't cloaked in this black. Graves sank my joys beneath the cold dusty ground, where our laughter once lived, but it don't make a sound. The stars overhead, they watched as I cried, lost in the range where my solace has died. Now the saddle's worn thin and the trails all but fade, like the memories of kisses under the oak's gentle shade. Maybe pain's just a guess that's overstayed its night, but her echo in the valley keeps on riding my plight. Graves sang my joys, but her whisper finds the breeze. In the twilight of the prairie, she still comforts and teases. So wander these lands, a shadow set free, beneath wide open skies that she's no longer here to see. Yet Graves sang my heart deep where love's never tired, in the wild whispered west where our past keeps admired. In the dandelion field, under skies so vast and blue, I remember the gold in her hair and the dreams that once flew. We danced through the whispers of grass, where the oak trees knew our names. Her laughter mingled with the breeze, now it's just the wind that remains. Oh, my heart rides the trails of yesteryear, through fields where the dandelions disappear. The sun dips low like my soul in the evening's hue. Every sunset brings me back to the dandelion field I rode through. The oak is older, the porch is worn, the town's a quiet shade, where gravel roads and empty cabins cradle memories that fade. That scarf she left still smells of rain and dust from the summer's end. My reflection alone in window panes keeps the company of the wind. Oh, my heart rides the trails of yesteryear, through fields where the dandelions disappear. The sun dips low like my soul in the evening's hue. Every sunset brings me back to the dandelion field I rode. There's an ache in the saddle, a silence in the breeze. A cowboy's heart knows no ease. I drift like tumbleweed where the wild rivers flow, bound to the land with the love I can't let go. Oh, my heart rides the trails of yesteryear, through fields where the dandelions disappear. The sun dips low like my soul in the evening's hue. Every sunset brings me back, but never close enough to the dandelion field I rode through, where I left my love, where I hide my truth.
On the edge of the mesa, under the old oak shade, where we carved our names in the bark a lifetime ago, it seems. Those summers roll like thunder beneath skies white and gray, and your laughter mingled with the wind across the wild sage dreams. Now the wind left behind, it whispers through the grass, singing tales of what we lost, as shadows in the dust, each gust a gentle reminder of a love that couldn't last. On this lonesome trail where the sunset bleeds and hearts turn to rust. Years drifted by like leaves down a slow winding stream. Your scarf still hangs on the porch swing, faded and worn. The cabin stands empty, a relic of our vanished dream, where silence speaks in volumes, and I'm left here forlorn. Yes, the wind left behind, it whispers through the grass, singing tales of what we lost, as shadows in the dust, each gust a gentle reminder of a scarf you once cast on this lonesome trail where the sunset bleeds and memories just rust in the quiet of the twilight, where the gravel road turns. I found solace in the sorrow, in the pain of learning to let go. But these lands hold your echo in the whispering ferns, and I wander ever searching for the peace the wind won't show. Still the wind left behind, it whispers through the grass as I walk these lonely roads under fading stars aloft. Maybe love's just a shadow in the dust meant not to last, but I'll carry you forever in the quiet winds I've crossed. As the last light fades and the trail grows cold and undefined, I'll keep listening for you in the wind left behind.
In the shadow of the oak, where our names were carved deep, the breeze whispers secrets that old woodlands keep. Under sapphire skies, where wild horses roam, that old porch still creaks with tales of a home. A scarf left on the rail, faded red like the heart where she laughed under stars before it all fell apart. Her goodbye fell apart with the rust on the gate, each creak a reminder of the love turned to ache. The moon cast long shadows where we once had our start. Now I roam through these memories where goodbye fell apart. The cabin stands empty on gravel road bend, windows like eyes too dry to pretend. The dust doesn't settle, it just changes its face, moves through the rooms, a slow silent embrace. What's left of the laughter, what's left of the heart, when the door's swinging lonely, blowing open and apart. Her goodbye fell apart with the rust on the gate, each creak a reminder of the love turned to ache. The moon cast long shadows where we once had our start. Now I roam through these memories where her goodbye fell apart. Come and go, but the rivers run dry. Whispers float on the wind, asking clouds why. With my hands on the saddle, feeling leather and time, I know trails fade like her touch in the dusk gentle climb. Her goodbye fell apart like the leaves in the fall. Each sunset a curtain on the past solemn call. I ride through these echoes under stars torn apart, forever chasing shadows where goodbye fell apart. Now I roam through these memories where goodbye fell apart.
In the shadow of an oak, where the wild daisies grow, I first kissed you under that time-worn glow. Your laugh echoed off the canyon's embrace, while sunset painted gold on your face. Fading light, watch me trails where heartaches weave, under skies too
my dreams deceived. Now the cabin's empty where we used to dance. Floorboards whisper secrets to the cold expanse. That old porch swing sways, but only with the breeze. Not like when we swayed, so effortless and free. Fading light wash me through trails where heartaches weave, under skies too wide to grieve. The dust swirls with my dreams to see. On a gravel road, the rains came down, turned all those whispers, secrets into muddy ground. A scarlet scarf you left behind is the only touch I find. Fading light watched me leave. The yoke, the porch, and the memory weave. Sun dips low like my heart, it cleaves to the fading light that watched me leave. In the quiet solitude where shadows play, I reckon hearts like mine were made to stray. But as the stars come out to grieve, it's your name they whisper as I retrieve.
On the ridge where the oak trees shadow a dusty trail, my hat tipped low hid the eyes that once told tales. There's a scarf you left, it's faded red by the porch of pine. A whisper to the wind, your laugh trails off, no longer mine. But the hat said nothing as the sky bled its gold. Silence lay heavy where our stories once boldly told. With each setting sun like a curtain call closing tight, the hat said nothing but held your shadow in the light. There's an empty cabin where the gravel roads wear thin. I trace my steps, but they don't lead me back to where we begin. The saddle's worn, the leather cracks like the dry riverbed. Each stirrup swing, a reminder of all the words we never said. The hat said nothing as the sky bled its gold. Silence lay heavy where our stories once boldly told. With each setting sun like a curtain call closing tight, the hat said nothing but held your shadow in the light. Underneath the weeping willow, I finally understand. The branches bow in sorrow to the rhythms of the land. Each leaf that falls, a memory lost to time and to you, a silent testament to the quiet, enduring truth. The hat said nothing as twilight took its claim. stars peering down, somehow knowing your name. In the quiet of the plains where the cold whispers roam, the hat said nothing, but it whispered you home. And so it goes under the vast unyielding night. The hat says nothing, but feels everything in the fading light.
Under the ghost of an old oak tree where our names were carved for eternity, the wind's a whisper of your soft sweet laugh on the path where you dance free from our past. An empty cabin by the creek's low bend holds the echoes of you, my lost friend. Each creaking board and closed up door speaks of the days when love lived here before. Now the empty bed fades in the twilight sigh. The stars don't recall who's wrong or right. I'm just a shadow in these windswept plains, chasing the dust where only silence remains. The scarlet scarf you left behind on the old porch swing sways undefined, gone like the laughter in halls that we roam. Now I wander these lands forever alone. The saddle's worn where you once rode beside, through the rain-soaked trails where our dreams used to hide. Now every sunset bleeds a shade of your eyes, and the night covers me in your soft, mournful cries. Still the empty bed fades in the twilight sigh. The stars don't recall who's wrong or right. I'm just a shadow in these windswept plains, chasing the dust where only silence remains. Prairie grass sways and weeps beneath the heavens where your memory sleeps. I've learned that love is the wildest land, and hearts like ours were grains of sand. Yes, the empty bed fades, and now with the light, bound to the echoes of our sweet twilight, under the vast skies where I let you go, in the fading trails of the moon's soft glow. I'm the whisper of a cowboy alone in a strange, chasing the dust where nothing but love remains. Out where the oak tree shadows lay long on the ground, I found a faded scarf, the one she wore when the world spun around. In that quiet town where whispers birth the dawn, her smile like a lantern lit and warm, but now it's gone. Her smile stood still on the front porch in twilight's grace, while my heart kept roaming, a wild wind lost in space. The sun dips low just like the moments we'd fulfill. In the silence of the stars, her smile stood still. Years have worn the leather of my saddle and my skin. Gravel roads and empty cabins map the places I've been. But no trail, no dusty path leads me back to where she is. Just echoes of laughter in the rain and that kiss. Her smile stood still on the front porch in twilight's grace, while my heart kept roaming, a wild wind lost in space. The sun dips low just like the moments we'd fulfilled. In the silence of the stars, her smile stood still. Underneath the crescent moon, I confess to the night, all I've lost ain't worth the cost of giving up this fight. But the pain ties me to what I know is real. In the ghost of her presence, a love that time can't heal. Her smile stood still on the front porch in twilight's grace. Each memory a shadow that not even time can erase. The sun dips low, and I wonder if it will ever rise on a day when her smile doesn't stand still. Her smile stood still, and I'm out here searching still. Sky, I recall her laughter mingling with the wind. Our love a wild mare racing the fleeting clouds. Under her smile, the sun had a certain bend. By the old porch, time whispers through the creaking wood. Every board and nail soaked with dreams we once understood. Her smile remembers what my heart tries to forget. Each sunset bleeds in colors she once wore. Gravel roads my boots kick up the dust of regret. Trails we walk now just echoes in my core. Her eyes a mirror to the wide unending blue. In this lonesome spread, all I find is the ghost of her hue. Seasons turn like the pages of an old worn book. The cabin stands empty where once her laughter filled each nook. The scarf she left still lies quiet on the chair, faded like the memories of her care. Rain taps soft rhythms on the window like her gentle fingers. In the heart of the plains, her sweet scent still lingers. Her smile remembers what my heart tries to forget. Each sunset bleeds in color she once wore. Gravel roads my boots kick up the dust of regret. Trails we walk now just echoes in my core. Her eyes a mirror to the wide unending blue. In this lonesome spread, all I find is the ghost of her hue. Oh, how the mountains
chasing the whispers of her soft goodnight. Her smile remembers, oh, but I try to forget each dawn. Another scene of where we met, through the valleys and over the restless plain. Her smile remembers the love, the loss, the pain. Now every star above whispers her sweet name. In the quiet world I'm a lone candle flame. In her smile the wild land, the memory it stays. A cowboy's heart, forever wandering, forever sway.
There's an old oak by the rusted gate where we carved our names in the woods so deep. Sunset bleeds through the leaves like fate on that dusty road where our memories sleep. Whispers dance on a gentle breeze from the porch where you swayed in your summer dress, holding laughter in twilight's tease under stars that heard my heart confess. Oh, how the rusted gate burns with every harsh wind that returns. Echoes of your voice, soft and low, drifting over fields where silence grows. Now I roam with my shadow cast long, a lone rider where our love once belonged. Cabin stands empty, a hollow frame. Scarves you left fluttering like old flames. Gravel crunches underfoot, a lonesome sound where our faded trails no more are found. Raindrops touch the earth dark and slow, kissing the ground where we used to lie. Each drop of memory a silent vow to the winds that carry your goodbye. The rusted gate burns with every harsh wind that returns. Echoes of your voice, soft and low, drifting over fields where silence grows. Now I roam with my shadow cast long, a lone rider where our love once belonged. By the rusted gate the fire's gone dim, remembering your smile at the horizon's rim. Saddled up as daylight wanes, riding out through endless plain. Oh, how the rusted gate burns, a pyre for dreams that never return. Echoes of your voice, now a song sung by a cowboy ragged and worn. Here I roam under vast starlit skies, a lone rider where my heart still lies.
On the ridge where the oak trees shadow the dusty trail, my hat tipped low hid the eyes that once told tales. There's a scarf you left, it's faded red by the porch of pine. A whisper to the wind, your laugh trails off, no longer mine. But the hat said nothing as the sky bled its gold. Silence lay heavy where our stories once boldly told. With each setting curtain call closing tight. The hat said nothing, but held your shadow in the light. There's an empty cabin where the gravel roads wear thin. I trace my steps, but they don't lead me back to where we begin. The saddle's worn, the leather cracks like the dry riverbed. Each stirrup swing a reminder of all the words we never said. The hat said nothing as the sky bled its gold. Silence lay heavy where our stories once boldly told. With each setting sun, like a curtain call closing tight. The hat said nothing, but held your shadow in the light. Underneath the weeping willow, I finally understand. The branches bow in sorrow to the rhythms of the land. Each leaf that falls, a memory lost to time and to youth, a silent testament to the quiet, enduring truth. The hat said nothing as twilight took its claim. Stars peering down, somehow knowing your name. In the quiet of the plains, where the cold whispers roam, the hat said nothing, but it whispered you home. And so it goes under the vast unyielding night. The hat says nothing, but feels everything in the fading light.
In the gray dawn, by the oak tree shade, where the cold morning sank into my bones, I traced your name once in the frozen earth, beneath where our whispered dreams had flown. Old Porch Creek like it shared my heart's ache, echoing footsteps where you danced in grace. The wind soft moaned through the cabin's crack, plays an old remembrance I can't erase. Oh, how the silence speaks in places you once walked. The shadows hold your laugh and the gravel roads still talk. My heart's tied to the dust where the sunsets bled and dried. Underneath the fading trails is where my soul resides. A turned up collar against the stinging rain. Your scarf still fragrant, lost its warmth long ago. I wander through these ghostly empty rooms where echoes paint your shadow in soft, mournful tones. The saddle sits unused, the leather cracked, like the lines now deeply etched upon my face. You step away from you through time's harsh track, leaves me a wander in our lost embrace. Oh, how the silence speaks in places you once walked. The shadows hold your laugh and the gravel roads still talk. My heart's tied to the dust where the sunsets bled and dried. Underneath the fading trails is where my soul resides. I've held the prairie's endless gaze, its whispering embrace. It tells me you're still out there in the wild's timeless grace. So I'll sit here with the silence where you once walked. Let the shadows keep your laughter and the gravel roads we talked. My heart's tied to the dust where our sunsets used to fade. Beneath cold morning's echo where my weary head is laid. Oh, under these endless skies I find no release, but in every whispered wind there's a piece of your peace. In the shadow of the oak where wild rivers lead lies a whispering hollow where the canyon sleeps. Underneath that ancient sky once our love did bloom, on a porch of creek and wood bound by summer's loom. Oh, the canyon sleeps, but my heart's awake, haunted by the echoes of the promises we'd make. The wind, it carries your laughter through the sweeps. I'm a ghost in this solitude where the canyon sleeps. Days turn to dust like pages in the sun. Your scarf still hangs on the cedar, but you're long gone. The trail's overgrown where we used to ride, now just gravel roads and empty cabin side. Oh, the canyon sleeps when my soul just weeps, lost in the shadows of the love that couldn't keep. Rain washes the old porch, but its secrets it still keeps. I'm alone with the whisper winds where the canyon sleeps. By that lonely riverside, I'll let your memory dance. The setting sun knows my regret, won't give a second chance. In the saddle I find solace beneath these starry sweeps, riding trails of yesterday where the canyon weeps. Yes, the canyon sleeps, and in dreams I see your face. A love so wild and free no time can erase. But I'll keep riding through this life that onwards creeps, forever bound to whisper back where the canyon sleeps. In the shadow of an old oak tree where the creek sings lullabies, there's a cabin with its porch worn down under vast unending skies. She'd dance through the threshold laughing with eyes so wild and wise. Every corner of that place whispers where my heart lies. Memory closed her eyes there beneath the starlit plains,
Echoes of her laughter mingling with the rains. My love's gone with the dusk on a breeze that never dies. In the silence of this wild land, memory closed her eyes. Where the gravel roads run empty, I wander and I roam. Each sunset's a reminder her heart was once my home. But the trails all seem to fade now, like the truths we never told. In her scarf that smells of summer, I find it's just the cold. Memory closed her eyes there beneath the starlit plains. Echoes of her laughter mingling with the rains. My love's gone with the dusk on a breeze that never dies. In the silence of this wild land, memory closed her eyes. These lands a lone soul, tracing trails she left in dust. All that's left is a whisper tangled in the winds I trust. If love is measured in the miles or the tears that we must hide, then I've loved her by the mountains where my broken dreams reside. Memory closed her eyes in the heartache of the night. I wear this worn out saddle and hold on to the light. Though the world keeps spinning onward, in her gaze I'm paralyzed. As the stars look down in sorrow, memory closed her eyes. As the stars look down in sorrow, memory closed her eyes. In the shadow of the oak, where the wild river bends, I first saw her silhouette against the sun's dying embers. That old wooden porch creaked beneath her bare feet as the wind played with the scarf that danced around her slender neck. Ghost cries on the prairie whisper through the sage, haunting this old heart as I ride through another age. Every mile I travel, every storm I brave, her love's a shadow fading in the twilight of an empty grave. Years have turned the leaves from green to dust. The cabin stands alone, boards warped by wind's harsh trust, where laughter once filled the cooling summer air. Now only silence answers the creak of that old rocking chair. Ghost cries on the prairie echo across the plains. Her voice drifts over fields that once bloomed with golden grains. Every star that flickers, reflecting in my tear, is a memory of a love lost whispering on the frontier. Underneath the vast expanse step I take is one more I let her go. But her sin in the rain, her touch in the wind's embrace, tells me that this cowboy's heart will forever be her place. Ghost cries on the prairie, sing a lonesome tune like the howl of the night wolves under a waning crescent moon. Yet in every setting sun, down every gravel trail, her essence rides beside me, eternal as an old folk's tale. Her love's a story etched upon the dust I write, a tale of a ghost who's never truly left my side.
In a town where the oak trees whisper inside, I recall her porch where the old swing still lies. Her eyes listen like the prairie to rain, knew all my joy and cradled my pain. We traced gravel roads under skies wide and vast, but like shadows at dusk those days they pass. Her eyes listen, but now they roam far from my star, across empty cabins where wild memories are. In the silence of the wind, her laughter I chase, through the fading trails of her vanishing grace. The saddle sits dusty, my boots worn and old, in the room where her scarf holds the cold. Seasons turned ruthless, the oaks aged in grief, each leaf a story, each fall too brief. She left with the dawn like a phantom, a ghost, leaving echoes in the heart she knew most. Her eyes listen, but now they roam far from my star, across empty cabins where wild memories are. In the whisper of the trees, her soft verses I hear, but they're just fleeting shadows. She's no longer here. So here's to the trails that we once rode side by side. Now I wander them alone with the sunset as my guide. The land stretches out like the sorrow in my chest. In the quiet of this night, I admit I'm just a guest. Her eyes listen, and oh how my soul has tried to move past the pain to the other side. But in every dusty sunset and each star above, I find the beauty and the curse of an undying love. Her eyes listen, and I'm still learning to let go in this haunting quiet, where the cold winds blow.
Out where the oak tree shadows lay like hands of time, and gravel roads whisper beneath the weight of warm boots. There's an old porch where we'd watch the purple sky unwind, while the evening star listened to our quiet, tender truths. Beneath that sky, your scarf danced with the prairie wind, and every guts was a verse of love sung soft and slow.
Your laughter mingled with the rustle of the grass pinned in my mind, where only dusty trails of memory go. Whiskey waits on the mantle like it's saving your place, and every sip's a sunset burning gold, and then it's gone. Here in this empty cabin, I feel the ghost of your embrace as the wind plays our lost love song. Now the oak's grown tall, shadows stretching longer, since the day you packed your dreams in that old leather bag. The town's too quiet and the nights feel even longer, each star a reminder of what we had and what I lacked. Empty saddle, empty heart, on trails of solitude I ride, with your scarf now faded, still keeping the cold at bay. Yet in every whispered breeze I hear you by my side, a haunting serenade that never truly fades away. Whiskey waits on the mantle like it's saving your place, and every sip's a sunset burning gold, and then it's gone. Here in this empty cabin, I face the ghost of your embrace as the wind plays our lost love song. Was it the call of the wild or the fear of the tame that tore from my arms the love I knew by name? With every dawn I rise to find not just the land, but my heart's been left behind. Whiskey waits, and I reckon it will always wait. Every bottle's a reminder of the cost of fate. Here 'neath the endless sky I roam, drifting like the river, forever calling your name my home, as the wind plays our lost love song, as the wind plays our lost love song.
In the shadow of the bluff, where the old oak tree stands, I found a cracked frame in the palm of my hands. A whisper of a scarf, faded red beneath the sun, held the scent of wild jasmine, our days on the run. We rode through the towns just like outlaws at play. That old porch was ours by the end of the day. Oh, the skies tell the tales of the lonesome and tried, and I roam through the echoes of her laugh that died. Like a ghost she's in the winds that the prairie sends my way. In a cracked frame left behind is where my heart will stay. Time washed over the gravel where we once laid our claim. Dust settled on the saddle, ain't nothing feels the same. Quiet haunts the cabin where laughter danced through air. Now it's just the creek and wood and the solace of despair. I trace the fading trails where her boots kick the dust. Each sunset bleeds the colors of the love we once discussed. Oh, the skies tell the tales of the lonesome and tried, and I roam through the echoes of her laugh
side. Like a ghost, she's in the winds that the prairie sends my way. In a cracked frame left behind is where my heart will stay. By the dying light I see it clear. All that's left is the rust and the tears, as the stars peer down like eyes that know my sin. I whisper to the night, can't hold what might have been. So here's to the silence where old memories hide, to the trails that I wander and the tears I've denied. May the winds carry softly the sorrow I've earned, in a cracked frame left behind with the bridges I've burned. Yes, in a cracked frame left behind is where my heart will stay. Forever wandering under skies of ash and gray.
Under the shade of an old oak tree, where the wind whispers secrets in a dance, you and I carved our names for eternity, in that wild field where we took our last stance. With a scarf you left, all tattered and red, tied to the branch where our love stories bled. Saddle cries on a dusty trail, echoes of hoofbeats a lonesome wail. Sunset burns just to fade away, like your voice in the winds of yesterday. Oh, this heart rides alone tonight, under stars that don't shine as bright. Now the old porch creaks with no one to know. The tales of the laughter are sweet undertow. An empty cabin keeps the cold at its heart. Gravel roads lost to the wilderness raft, where the river used to sing you to sleep. Lies the silence, so heavy, so deep. Saddle cries on a dusty trail, echoes of hoofbeats a lonesome wail. Sunset burns just to fade away, like your voice in the winds of yesterday. Oh, this heart rides alone tonight, under stars that don't shine as bright. In the rustle of leaves I still hear your laugh, but time's a thief in a photograph. Fading trails, how they twist and they weave. Your absence is the ghost I can't leave. Saddle cries on that dusty trail, a cowboy's heart told a lonesome tale. Every sunset I whisper your name, in the hopes that my soul you'll reclaim. Yet here I ride forever astray, in the twilight of memories that won't fade away.
valley where the river bends, 'neath the shadow of the old oak tree. We carved our dreams in the bark, deep as the scars back on my knee. There we sipped on the summer like sweet whiskey. In a world of shattered glass turned cold. Oh, how the silence screams and the moonlit gleams, where the echoes of our laughter haunt my dreams. Now I wander through the ghost of spring, where the shattered glass turned cold, and the memories like midnight rain forever hold. The old porch swing hangs loose, the cabin's quiet, stilled by time. Gravel roads where we once rode, now trails of dust and whispered goodbyes. Your scarf still lies on the saddle, like a flag surrendered in the night. Beneath the stars that watched our world come undone. Oh, how the silence screams in the moonlit gleams, where the echoes of our laughter haunt my dreams. Now I wander through the ghost of spring, where the shattered glass turned cold, and the memories like midnight rain forever hold. Did the wildflowers weep, feeling you slip away? Or did the mountain merely sigh, knowing you wouldn't stay? In the church of the open sky, our prayers are just whispers to the clouds, drifting away like your love lost in the shroud. So here's to the shadows where our past lies deep, to the cold glass shards under the weeping willows weep. I walk these roads alone, my heart bound in winter's icy fold, where once we were, now just shattered glass turned cold. And as the last note fades, like the sunset's final blush, I'll hold on to the quiet sorrow, the tender crushing hush.